Hi Rex, thank you for the great sharing.
Yeah,
so would you please offer some tip for other young entrepreneurs?
Yeah, sure. So when you start a business, you should always look at the market first. Look at the market potential, do some analysis using a lot of data, read a lot of news, and ask everyone else that do not know what you are doing about, and then ask for opinions from them. Because a lot of the people who are not in the field may give you some insights into your target field of business. I think finding a partner is also a very good way to expand your horizon, because we have been through a very conservative education system, especially in Hong Kong. Our horizon is not as wide as a lot of the other students who study in the US or sort of like that. But we can have collaborative power, collect more information from other co-founders or sort of like that will help us to grow a better business.
Yeah, so taking your own business as an example, how much time did you spend on studying the market?
Actually, we spent 2 years
Wow.
in exploring the market before we dive into the development. Because it is because at first we are some researchers from the university, and we spend quite a lot of money of the university in developing something that is not commercially viable, but it really helps the world. So we developed some kind of disaster relief robots or sort of like that, where it requires a lot of people to die or disasters to happen, so that our business will be growing big. So this kind of problem is leads us to rethink about what can be a business. So preventing a disaster can be a business, but helping a disaster using a business solution is not. So this kind of observations we need to learn and grow during the full-time dive into our business. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you look for a partner or a collaborator in your business, what qualities do you value most?
Yeah, well, it depends on different people. For me, I'm an engineer, so what I value most for my co-founder is that he only looks at things at the commercial and business side. He does not know anything about tech, and I don't know anything about business. So we are complement to each other, and we don't challenge each other's profession. And this is a very good combination.
Okay, yeah, so along your journey starting your own business, what is the most difficult moment or most difficult incident for you?
Wow, most difficult.
Yeah.
Actually, every day is a very difficult time for a startup, especially for a startup in Hong Kong. The hardest point is that we don't have the money to pay the next month's salary. And then we got our accountant who put in her own pocket money into our bank to help us to get through that month. So it's a very, very touching story.
Is she still working in your company?
Yes, she's still working in our
That's
company.
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how would you tackle other difficulties in your business? Like, for example, financially, how do you deal with it?
We always need investors. So every day we are pitching our stories to everyone, no matter he is a professional investor or not. Because we don't know whether in a later stage or maybe like 1 or 2 years later, he can introduce someone who is interested in investing in your company or not. So as a startup, every day is a pitching time.
So how about the happiest moment?
The happiest moment is that we started to deploy our first batch of our fire detection robots in China, in Jinan City. And when our robots are running for the first month, we find out over 20 fires incidents in that area, and all the fires are being put out when it is at a very early stage. And at that time, we finally solve a myth of our company, because a lot of the investors, they are angel investors. They just invest in a company believing you can do something that you promise you can do. And at that time, we fulfill our promise because our robots are working well.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure like everyone is like really happy when you like did something really cool.
Yeah.
What do you value most in the company? Like financially or like people, human resources, or whatever?
I think people is always the core of any successful companies.
So how do you retain people from your company?
Retain people, it depends on different kinds of jobs. Like engineers, most of the engineers in Hong Kong, why they are still in the engineering industry is because of their passion. They want to do something that is useful to the world. So they stay in the engineering industry. Although the salary, the wages is not as high as in Silicon Valley or even in China. Even in China, in Shenzhen, the engineers, they got higher salary, average salary than Hong Kong engineers. So, but for the business people, it's always like a vision that this company can become a global company, will attract those people to stay with us, to work with us. So in our company, small company, like we have 58 employees now, we got 7 MBAs. And when they come into our company, they all got a big salary cut when joining our company. So it's always about your mission and vision. If your mission and vision can make everyone think they are doing something good, they are doing something valuable, they will stay.
And I'm sure you are doing something really valuable to the world. Yeah, thank you so much for the sharing, and I hope like everyone is like getting some big tip from you. Thank you.
Thank you.